Hello, it's William here, and I want to show a new synth plugin that I have created, the Wusik BITSQ8, and it's Windows 64 bits VST2 and VST3 plugin format. I'm showing here the interface with a green background, just so this square on the middle here is the interface, and it has a full screen option to make it larger and easier to edit. If you click on the logo here, I can disable the full screen again. And then there's a brightness button here, and also a color button. So you can change the color if you want. Just wait 3 to 4 seconds and it's going to render the interface again. This is the beta version, so any issues that I find during this video I'm going to be fixing right away. I already see that my random values are not updating, so that's an easy fix. So what is this product? So let me zoom in. I have 4 oscillators here. Each oscillator has a step sequencer up to 128 steps, 128 here. So it's 001 to 128. And each step has a waveform, which is a single cycle waveform, 8 bits, but everything else is 64 bits. So it's just the waveform, but everything else is 64 bits. But we have an option here at the bottom to change it to 4 bits morphing, because it has a morphing sequencer that morphs one waveform to another. It doesn't just crossfade, it actually morphs the waveform. And then each step you have volume, pan, tune, fine, morph, the morph time. So it's an instant morph or a slow morph from one waveform to the other. Filter, the length of the step, so you can have steps that are longer. And then the reverb. And the reverb has an option, if you go all the way up, to hold the reverb. Just like I think it was Reverb, the first one that had that. Let's listen to some of the presets that I have included in here. So let's see the first one. The second one. The third one. And this beta version you can download for free now. Just follow the video description, there's a link there. So this one, it holds the reverb. So as long as I'm holding the keys, the reverb is going to be held, and when I release, it's going to release the reverb. So it's very different. Okay, so this is just the presets that I have created so far. I'm going to be creating more presets, of course. And since this is a beta version, I'm expecting if someone could help me out with more presets, that would be great. So let's take a look at of the interface and everything. So the first thing you can notice is that if you click on the Wusik logo here, you have help, shortcuts, panic, and about. So about is just going to show me the version, and help is going to show a quick help of the product, and then the shortcuts that you can use to change the steps. The shortcuts are mainly for the steps. You can use minus and plus and minus to change the presets. But let me go to the new preset here. Now I can use the left and right to change a preset oscillator settings, and up and down to change the settings, and shift to fine tuning. Tab is going to go to the next oscillator, and control up and down is going to change the step. So those are the most used ones. And with the mouse, you just use the mouse wheel to change the steps, or you can use the buttons up and down in here. Page up and page down, home, end, and stuff like that. So each step, you can click here on a waveform and can use the mouse wheel again to select from over 600 waveforms. Now I have select one waveform, and here on the bottom you're going to see 1O single oscillator. You can click it several times to change from 2 oscillator, 3 oscillator, and super oscillator. And then here you can select the time of the sequencer. So let me adjust here that if it's going to be forward, random, or ping pong, so it's forward, and the number of steps. So I'm just going to right click it to fine tuning this option, and I'm going to put 3 steps. I'm going to disable more. And I can also select which step is going to loop to when the, sorry, I lost my voice, when the sequence reaches the end. So let's say I want to stop at 3. And I can also change the tuning. So let's say I'm going to use 7, then the next step 5. And you can also check the filter. So let's say I want to put my filter all the way down. Or I can use the filter envelope. And here I can select if the envelope and the steps goes to the filter low pass or the high pass. I also have a drive for the filter and a loop for the filter, so the filter ADSR can loop. The reverb is just the volume, the width, the size, and the damp. But there's also a chorus effect here, which has some interesting effects if you adjust the delay of the chorus, the depth, the feedback, and the rate. And you also have layers, but the layers are mostly used for the key switching, because if you have too many layers playing at the same time, it's going to kill the CPU. So you can select the key switch for each layer by assigning a note in your keyboard to enable, to hold, or to latch that particular layer. So I'm going to do another video this week explaining more in details a few things, because today my voice is already getting out, it's dying. So sorry for that, but just check the beta version, and if you can purchase the full version right now for an introduction price of $9.95, so it's like $10. And the full version doesn't have any time limitations that the beta version has, because the beta is going to time out after some time. But it does save presets, so you can export presets and stuff like that to help me out. So that's it. It's another synth. I hope you guys appreciate it, and thanks for watching.